To face. This is the first and final face-off before you go in the ring tomorrow. What was the hatred you saw? I mean, obviously I saw Abel almost got in the mix, but what did you see?
I saw he's like a clown. He's showman. He's not true guy.
They're selling y'all wolf tickets, people. You're eating them right up.
Hey, pussy, are you still there?
I back. Trust me, I back.
But I'm not impressed by your performance.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing. Shut your fucking mouth, you'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing. Not one of you will do nothing.
I'll tell you what, bro. I was out there, I was fighting all the hitters, bro. You ain't fought no hitters.
Come on, guys. Normal.
I'm not saying I would kill you. I would kill you.
John, so John, do you think I'm just gonna sit there and let you kill me, John? I mean, really?
No, don't be scared, homie. I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the fuck he wants.
I'm gonna beat you into the living death. I mean, maybe that's your job, but where I come from, people like that get slapped.
That's fucking illegal.
Nick Diaz, you just shook up the world. How's that feel?
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Yeah, this is a simulated death match. And you haven't simulated anybody's death yet.
I said it last year. We're not here just to take part. We're here to take over.
What is the game plan going in against him?
The game plan is you go in there, hit him with some good shit, don't get hit, and come home with a pocket full of cash.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Everybody's on steroids. The whole UFC, everybody.
I'm gonna go home tonight. I'm gonna drink a Coors Light. That's a Coors Light because Bud Light won't pay me nothing.
Do you want to be a fighter? That is my question.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
Yes. What is up? MCR family? It is a live fight chat edition of obviously one of the biggest fights of the year. Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin 2 on pay-per-view for HBO. Obviously, we just sat through an hour and a half of filler and fun HBO podcast material via Max Kellerman and Jim Lampley and Roy Jones. But you know what? It's fight time. It's finally here, Santiago. I'm joined obviously by my good friend and casual co-host. Like, you're not on all the time, obviously, but I mean, you're always here for the live fight chats. Santiago, how you doing, man? You enjoying the fight so far?
Yeah, the fights ended very fast.
An hour and a half ago.
Very fast. Some violently. A couple of them made you feel like you heard gunshots on the punch. Mm-hmm. And so,
God, that David Lemieux knockout. And we're gonna get to all of the individual fights by itself after this fight. So again, call in 323-870-4051 to call in, talk that shit, discuss the fight itself, either live during the fight or afterwards for the media reaction show, which will obviously be in the same feed and same show. Also hit the like button of the show, subscribe, obviously patreon.com/Mixed Combat Radio. All these links can be found below in the description of the show, but we're here, so hit the like button of the show, and it should be a fun one. I'm hyped for this. I know it's one of those that it hit us late, but it's here, and I feel like this is going to be like they're going to take off from where they left off. This is going to be round 13 immediately, and it's going to be a fantastic fight in my opinion.
And with a lot of animosity to it too.
Yes.
Anybody who saw that weigh and saw just how intense Canelo approached that stare down, forehead to forehead.
Yeah, Canelo's not fucking around anymore. Like he's no longer playing Mr. Nice Guy with Triple G, and I like that. Not only do I think he has, in his opinion, and probably his own right, to feel a certain way about Triple G and Abel Sanchez, basically think of every single thing to complain about in the first fight, whether it be obviously the clenbuterol issue, stacking, the hand wraps, etc. He has a reason to be upset, in my opinion. So I like that he is upset. We've always seen Canelo be similar to Triple G, the nice guy, Mr. Company Man, Mr. Clean. He sort of always had that brand in a way. We've never really had any controversy with either of these guys until now. And on top of that, competitively, this is a fantastic matchup. Both on paper and what we've seen in the 12 rounds previous. This fight, stylistically, I think, is always going to produce fireworks. Like, I really do not see these guys coming together and producing a bad fight. I don't see that. Obviously, if you watch the show with any period of time, and though not everyone is, especially with this show, and we're going to do a lot of numbers, assuming. So, again, hit the like button of the show, subscribe. I'm going to be here talking about the fight live, doing our breakdown and analysis of it. And, obviously, we're going to take your calls live on the show, 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue if you want to discuss this fight live, or wait till obviously until after the fight itself is done. Both men are in the ring. Fighter introductions are on the way. We're very close to the first round starting. Any last-minute thoughts and predictions on the fight, Santiago?
It's just that close of a fight. The decision last year left us with a certain taste in our mouth that we didn't like, and I still feel like this is Canelo's fight to take. He's the younger guy. Golovkin's already 36, pushing 40, but both guys are out to prove something, and it's going to be interesting to see who's the one that makes the better adjustments, because as I mentioned in a couple earlier calls, this is going to be a battle of adjustments.
Absolutely. I think it's pretty well broken down by now. I think even Max Hellman did a very good job of breaking down the adjustments these two guys need to do in order to win, especially Triple G. I thought he broke it down perfectly. He may have been listening to my show. I don't know. But it's interesting to see who will take those adjustments, who will fix it up, because it's only minor stuff that needs to be adjusted. It's game planning. It's overall strategy that needs to be fine-tuned a little bit, because technically, and the skill-wise, talent-wise of both these gentlemen, they have everything it needs to beat the other one, and vice versa, obviously. Like, I can see Triple G having all the tools to beat Canelo and vice versa. It's about how these tools are implemented, how they are executed. And I think Canelo, like I've been saying basically for a while now, I think Canelo is going to execute it a little more properly. I think he is just better when it comes to fine-tuning his strategy and game plan from what I've seen. Triple G fights the same fight every time. And also, he is not a guy in terms of his particular style that wants to fight a certain fight that I think he needs to do in order to win. Again, you can check out that preview show, which we did on Wednesday. What am I going to say? Quickly, though, shout out to everyone in the chat. Fern Goalie, Zombie, Prospect, Bobani, Red Rum, Joel, everyone else that's listening and supporting the show. Salute to you guys. It's definitely a fun fight. We're going to take one caller because he did call in right here before the fight started. 561. 561, we're going to go to you. Give us your very quick preview of the fight right before it starts.
Hi, sir. Is this mixed combat?
Yes.
Okay. I'm watching the fight today, and I think it's gonna be a pretty good fight, and so.
Is that it?
Mhm.
Who do you think is winning?
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be maybe a real good fight, maybe a bad one. You never know.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that call. Anyways, Santiago, I'm not going to clown a kid for calling in, but I kind of want to clown a kid for calling in. But, Mr. Child over there, please keep watching the sport. Just maybe have a better opinion next time. Anyways, digressing. First round is starting. Get hyped. Santiago, please get off that cell phone. Tell your girlfriend she can wait.
Yeah, the first one has started. Round 13.
Yes, it is. Good little left hook there by Canelo. Again, it's going to be interesting to see the real estate of the fight, where it's fought. If Triple G takes the fight on the inside, tries to rough up Canelo, or if can Canelo stay on the outside or the mid-range where he can really work his slipping and his countering game that he is so known for at this point in time.
And it's also going to have a lot to do with the activity of Canelo because, conditioning, not letting the fight be taken away from him is going to be very crucial to this. And same thing for Golovkin. Golovkin's got to make sure that when he starts, he keeps going, doesn't take respites in between the rounds. Because a lot of us felt that it was that slow start that really cost him those early rounds.
It's interesting. Both guys right now, very tentative right now, I would say. Both guys in the center of the ring kind of just circling around. Very light jabs. Occasionally, Canelo will throw like a left hook like he did right there, but it's not landing. Neither guy has their range just down yet. About a minute and a half left in the round. again, these minor adjustments we're talking about, it's going to be hard to tell in the first round if they're made, obviously, but I truly believe that Triple G needs to take that extra step. Like right now, he's not really forcing the issue on getting in the inside. He's content with just jabbing, staying in the mid-range.
Yeah.
Good little left hook, right hook there from Canelo. Not really landing, but definitely seeming to be trying to throw the harder shots right now. Triple G really just putting out a range-finding jab here. Not even his authoritative jab at this point.
Yeah. And I can see that.
Good jab by Canelo.
That right now it seems like Canelo is the one trying to work his way in right now,
which is interesting.
So it'll be interesting to see how well he's improved his inside game coming forward after that, year since the first fight.
Both guys just trading jabs, and so far neither guy really trying to press the other one to the ropes. Again, they're both in the center of the ring.
It's a battle of distance right now. It's a battle of distance right now.
Ooh, good little jab and then a hook behind it from Canelo. Hooking off that jab. Perfect work there. Obvious hand speed is still in Canelo's, wheelhouse. Let's be honest. The athleticism is still there. That was a good little 1-2-3 by Triple G there a few seconds ago. Again, I think it's all about when you don't have the athleticism on your side, it's about taking away the athleticism. So the body work needs to be there from Triple G. I've not seen him really go to the body at all yet, not even with the jab. I think Triple G is concerned about the counters of Canelo. I think there's an obvious respect value there to the power of both men here.
Yeah, no, and thus far, very tentative but competitive first round, in my opinion.
Yes. Who would you give that first round to?
I'd give that one to Triple G. I felt like he was able to get in a little bit more than Canelo was. Canelo being a natural counterpuncher.
I don't know. Like that. I might give that one to Canelo. I'll be honest. Like we're already actually you need to start keeping score of this. I need you to do that because it's going to be one of those fights. I truly believe it's going to be a close fight again. I thought Canelo won that first round. I thought he landed the better shots. I thought Triple G didn't really land anything authoritative at all. Those are range finding jabs at most.
Oh, and the entire fight, that entire first round was kept at distance.
Yes.
For what it's worth.
Both guys were tentative. It's not like either one clearly won it. That's one of those toss-up feeler out rounds where I'm not going to argue it either way. That's not a hill I'm going to die on.
No. Yeah, I'll start keeping track of the rounds as the rounds progress. Our obvious scorecard.
You picked Triple G. I picked Canelo in the first round.
And then anybody on the chat, feel free to give us your scorecard as the fight progresses. Round 2 has started. 10 seconds in, and now it's still a battle of distance, but I don't see that unsureness that both fighters had in that first fight where they were trying to feel each other out. Like
good little combination from Canelo.
You can see that they have an idea of what exactly it is they want to do right now.
Canelo is much more aggressive so far in this rematch, in my opinion.
And I'd imagine too, all the animosity that these guys have had in the year leading up to this fight right now, it's gonna play a factor regardless of the professionals that they are. They're gonna keep it professional, but there's emotion to this.
Good uppercut there by Triple G. Neither guy really, I think, forcing the issue at this point. Yo, Santiago, man, watch your breathing into the mic, please. Can you not hear it? Come on. Good jab there by Triple G. Good left hook there by Canelo. Again, this fight's still at mid-range, still in the center of the ring. This fight has not once stepped towards the ropes. Good uppercut there from Canelo. Good right hand there from Triple G. Starting to open up a little bit more in the second round, halfway through the second round. Ooh, good counter 1-2 there by Canelo.
Those counters are going to be key, especially if Golovkin does start to slow it down, given his age, really.
Or if just Triple G stays in this mid-range factor where he allows that space for Canelo to move.
Yeah, but not only that, too, as the older man, he wants to work that body. It's not just Golovkin working the body to take the sap out of Canelo's body strength, but also taking it out of the older man.
No, absolutely. No, the body work is key for both guys, and right now I only see Canelo working the body. Good right hand there to the body by Canelo. And I still only see one guy throwing combinations at this point. Like, Canelo's throwing in combination. Triple G's not really yet. Good jab there by Triple G. Winging left hook there from Canelo. 30 seconds left. Oh, good. Good left hand of the body there by Canelo.
That's key for him at this point.
Key body work there, yes.
30 seconds left.
Oh, left hook
round.
there by Triple G. That was good.
Very nice, compact, short.
Got past the guard of Canelo with relative ease right there. Good right hand there. I liked how he switched it up there without leading with the jab. He led with the right hand. Canelo wasn't expecting it. I don't like this activity from Triple G, though. I don't like... again, that's a close round.
It's a close round, and he's being a little too content with
Like, again, I might give that one to Canelo.
Yeah, no,
I'll be honest.
I would actually give that one to Canelo, too.
10-9 Canelo. I think Triple G needs to start being a little more active. He needs to start working the body. I see the same pattern he is doing from the first fight. He has the David Lemieux game plan still. And I don't know why he has that game plan for Canelo. That's a completely different fighter than David Lemieux. You know, and again, maybe somebody else sees it differently than me in the chat. Please let me know in the comment section what your scorecard is. Prospect saying 2-0 Canelo for me. What else? Joel saying Triple G's jab won that round. Again, I can probably see that argument. I'm not going to disagree with it. And not a hill I'm going to die on. Like, this is going to be one of those fights, ladies and gentlemen. These guys just style-wise match up to this fight, where it's close, it's competitive, it's so diametrically different in terms of how they are fighting.
Third round starting. Golovkin coming out with a 3-punch combo. Working that jab, stiff-armed.
Again, Triple G's activity rate is poor in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very low. It's looking like the Triple G of the first fight, whereas you and I are seeing a slightly more aggressive Canelo with his counterpunching and his come forward game.
Again, this fight has not once been on the ropes. Canelo has not once done his backward defensive movement. That hasn't been the fight at all.
Good little uppercut
there from Canelo. Damn. This is looking more like the Miguel Cotto fight, where both guys were in the center of the ring, kind of circling, exchanging shots.
And the thing is that over the years, Canelo has tried to improve his footwork game. And you can see it right now that if this is going to stay a distance fight, and if this is going to be the work rate that Golovkin keeps, this is going to be Canelo's fight.
I agree. The more this fight stays in the center, the more it has the ability for Canelo to shine, for his athleticism, his movement to really shine.
Good jab to the body by Canelo. Golovkin tries to parry it, but it still gets through. Ooh, good little left hook to the chest by Canelo. Golovkin still trying to work that jab. Canelo with a straight right that just barely doesn't land. Good jab by Golovkin. Both guys still in the middle of the ring. Golovkin not really pushing Canelo back.
Good right hand there by Golovkin. Winging left hook there by Canelo. The intensity by both men is just drastically different right now in this matchup. That to me is something I did not expect.
Yeah, no.
I didn't expect a slow starting Triple G. I expected the way he was talking to come out here a little more aggressive than how he is.
Now, granted that he is facing off against a counterpuncher, and you always have to be wary about that.
True.
Considering what Canelo does bring, and this
both guys straight left hooks there.
And knowing what Canelo brings to the table this second time around, you would expect him to have at least started working on the body early. And right now, I have not really seen Golovkin do much than work that jab to the head.
I mean, has he thrown a shot to the body?
Not that I've seen.
Ooh, God, what a good right hand slip counter right there from Canelo. Triple G taking a big deep breath. Only 15 seconds left in the third round. This is a very interesting fight already, in my opinion. This is a fight that I really did not expect in this fashion. I expected this fight to look very similar to the first one, and it is not. It is quite different.
For me, that's third round Canelo.
Easily. Easily. Again, let us know in the comment section, or you guys can call in at any point as well, 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. If you do want to talk this fight live, or obviously you can wait till after the fight and call in as well. We do have an international line for all of our international listeners. You can email me, mixedcombatradio@gmail.com, and I will email you that permanent free call-in link if you are an international caller outside the U.S. Coach Mitty in the chat saying 2-1 Canelo. I have no issue with that. Prospect saying 3-0 Canelo. That's probably the range I think is accurate.
I mean, me and Mitty have it the same way. You and the Prospect have it the same way.
Yep.
It's the way this fight unfolds is going to be interesting.
Again, I'm kind of fascinated by how this fight, the tone of this fight, how slow Triple G is. I'm gonna keep reiterating that till it's adapted and fixed, because that will be the key to why this fight is lost by Triple G.
And was one of the major points to
Good left hook to the body there by Triple G. He needs to keep doing that.
Yeah.
A little more active Triple G in the start of this fourth round. 2 minutes and 45 seconds if you want to sync up. Yeah, I like that's a little better of Triple G right there. Wow, Harold Lederman giving Canelo the first 2 rounds and then giving Golovkin the last round. That makes no sense to me.
Hey, but you know what?
Because that last round was the clearest round in my opinion.
Yeah, for both of us. But you know what? That only tells us that the scoring, if this does go all 12, is going to be very fascinating.
Agreed. Both guys trading shots on the inside.
Golovkin still working that left hand more than anything. The right hand mostly being kept at bay.
Yeah, I don't know why he is so cautious or... Ooh, good little uppercut there by Triple G, though. Because when he does throw the right hand, it's actually, I would say, much more successful than his jab.
Yeah, because right now his jab looks more like a rangefinder, a touching punch, not really something that's gonna like keep him a little bit.
It almost looks like he's actually trying to keep Canelo at bay with the jab and keep Canelo off of him.
Yeah, stiff armed.
It's really odd. Instead, when I think Triple G needs to actually start working combinations off the jab, like left hooked off the body from the jab right there from Triple G. He needs to start working more combinations and more punches in with this variety, because otherwise. He's becoming one note. He's becoming very susceptible to getting countered because it's all patterns. It's all very easy patterns to see. 1 minute left in the fourth round. Canelo taking this round off a little bit, in my opinion. He hasn't been as active. Triple G being much more active.
Yeah.
Good jab there by Triple G. Yeah, Canelo took this round off.
I'm taking a couple punches for his trouble, but... thus far,
it's a much better round for Triple G.
It's been a much better round for Triple G, but I haven't really seen many of the punches that he has thrown get through the guard. Maybe a few shots here and there, but not many.
But he has gone to the body more. He's thrown a few left hooks to the body, so that's a good sign. That's a start to what he needs to do. Ooh. Both guys going a little more intense right there on the inside with about 30 seconds left in the round. Good double left hook there, bringing up top then down low by Canelo. Miss on the uppercut there by Triple G. He's definitely looking for that uppercut, though. I've noticed that's a shot he's looking to be his money shot in a way.
Yeah, and that could be something that if he does not be careful can be something predictable that Canelo can capitalize on. Good uppercut to the body and a jab to the head by Canelo as the round comes to an end.
Agreed.
10-9 Canelo in my opinion.
No, that was a Triple G round.
Oh, sorry. 10, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that was the clearest Triple G round by far. By far.
Yeah, I have you listed right here as 39-28 Canelo.
Yeah, agreed. I think Abel Sanchez needs to tell Triple G to get a little more on the inside with these combinations. He's allowing this to be a boxing affair, and I think Canelo's surprisingly the better boxer of the two.
Well, he's always been a good boxer. One of the biggest issues that I've had with Canelo has always been his lack of ability to come forward and his cardio. And so far, not by much, but so far it seems to be something he has attempted to address.
Agreed. Absolutely agree. Fifth round has started. 2 minutes and 51 seconds.
Golovkin landing a right hook to the body. Canelo coming back with a left uppercut that is partially blocked by Golovkin. Harold Lemit scoring at 39-38 in favor of Canelo.
No, that's 38-38, dude.
Oh, third.
Come on. I know that is kind of hard to see. The 8s and the 9s kind of they do kind of look similar, but come on. Left hook there by Canelo. Ooh, good combination there on the inside by Canelo. Both guys throwing hard shots to the body. We need to see more of that. Canelo being a little more active in this round. Ooh, good right hand over the jab of Triple G. Damn, that was probably the best shot of the fight so far.
And it barely landed at that, too.
I mean, Triple G rolled with it, but it landed. It's not like he blocked or anything like that. He must have rolled with it, in your opinion.
Yeah, but, not a completely flush shot. But I like the work that Canelo has been showing me thus far. Golovkin, on the other hand, is leaving me wanting at this point, though.
Golovkin's on the back foot.
He's on the back foot, which is interesting, and but really he's still just working his left. I've only seldom seen him throw that right.
Wow, Triple G throws a left hook and Canelo just slips it. David Lemieux, Billy Joe Saunders style almost. All he needed to do was do the little glance, like where'd it go?
Good stuff. But
good work down the inside by both guys. Good right hand, good jab following it by Triple G. It's Triple G on the back foot. I can't believe we're seeing that.
The last time I actually saw Triple G on the back foot was against David Lemieux. He had some success then, but I think because this guy is more of a counterpuncher than a brawler, you're seeing more hesitant even as the guy is coming to him. And the head movement of Canelo is just on point right now.
Good work there by Canelo. This is the Canelo that I think a lot of people know is there. Like, this Canelo can give a lot of guys in the middleweight division that fight. Oh, good right hand there to the body by Triple G, but gets countered by Canelo. Is Canelo cut under the eye or something? I saw a red mark. I couldn't tell what it was. Fifth round has ended, right? That was the fifth round.
Yeah, that was the fifth round.
The easy Canelo round, in my opinion. 10-9. Ooh, Mitty with the controversial scorecard over here. I don't know if it's controversial. I'll be honest. Saying 3-2, Triple G. Interesting. Did you give that last round a Triple G, Coach Mitty? See, it's not that hard, Santiago. Just move the mic, Don't make me get the gunshots. There is a cut over the left eye of Canelo. That right hand landed clean, man. I'm the one smoking weed. What are you doing, man? Come on. The mic's over there.
Yeah, nah, but from my angle, at least,
Sixth round has started.
It did not look like it had landed flush, but the replay show you things that you might not see initially.
Wow, Harold Letterman gave that round to Triple G. I didn't see it. It's going to be one of those fights, ladies and gentlemen.
It is going to be one of those fights.
Right hand slipped by Canelo there beautifully. The head movement. Oh, God. The duck under, left hook to the body by Canelo. Beautiful stuff. Did it again right there. Triple G partially blocked it, though. Good jab there by Triple G. Again, him fighting at mid-range and long range is the worst strategy for him right now.
Yeah, right now it's playing into the favor of Canelo. And the fact that Canelo isn't really feeling the need to be on the ropes is...
that's a bad sign.
That's a bad sign. It's saying a lot to us, at least.
Like, the fact that Triple G's content with this fight being here makes zero sense to me. Another good shot there to the body by Canelo. See, a lot of those shots there by Triple G are missing. They were getting blocked. Good right hand there by Triple G. One of his better shots of the round so far. Left hand there by Canelo. If you're in the corner of Triple G, how do you what do you tell him to do? Like, what technique do you tell him to sort of implement to try to get on the inside a little bit better? Ooh, good left hand there by Canelo on the counter. Is it purely just a mental thing? Is there a mental block there by Triple G and not fighting in that fight on the inside?
Maybe more of a comfort block than a mental block. That's the range he feels comfortable in.
Yes.
You know, it's so trying to like be on the inside, chest forward. You know, that's not something he really feels comfortable doing. And really, Canelo has always been a guy who's preferred to be, on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But when he has to, he can get inside, be a little rough and work that inside game.
And, like I think the stat has been said, like Triple G is 36 years old. He is basically a finished project. He's the idea that he's going to all of a sudden develop into something very different is unlikely. And he's always been a mid-range fighter. He's always been that very Soviet style of boxing, predicated off the jab, clean fundamentals, good compact hooks, but not really that mauling inside style that we see with like a Sean Porter, Maidana.
Denis Shafikov.
Yeah, Denis Shafikov is a rarity from that market. Like, we don't see many Denis Shafikovs.
Yeah,
we don't.
Golovkin has been the kind of guy that he's aggressive coming forward, but still keeping the distance. Never that guy like a Denis Shafikov who will just completely be up against you and just throw punches wherever he can.
If Mikey Garcia had real power, he would beat Triple G. You know what I mean? But Triple G has so much more pound for pound power than a Mikey Garcia that his very fundamental technique for a long period of time was, I think, sort of forgotten, and it was sort of just blown into as this knockout brawler, and that really wasn't the case. He's always been a very fundamental boxer, but he's always been a very one-note boxer. He fights one particular style, one particular technique and skill set that, again, sort of is predicated off of patterns, off of the same combinations over and over and over again in the same sort of sequence. With a guy like Canelo, who has obviously developed a insane boxing brain, I think has been able to figure out those counters, has been able to figure out that Triple G only fights really this fight. And there is multiple ways around that, whether it's on the back foot, counterboxing, or it's this fight where he's actually sort of pressing Triple G.
Yeah, something that we're not accustomed to seeing, and something that we've generally, kind of had our gripe on him.
The only other guy that I can remember really pressing Triple G and seeing Triple G sort of be a little more on the back foot was like a Daniel Jacobs. And that was only for like spurts, like nothing like this, where it's round after round after round of Canelo kind of making Triple G be on the back foot and fight his fight. That is very different.
Now, before we get back,
7th round I started, by the way. 2 minutes 30.
What was your score on that one?
The last round?
Yes.
That was a Canelo round.
Canelo round, okay.
Yeah. Good left hook there by Canelo. 7th round, 2 minutes and 20 seconds if you guys want to sync up. Good right hand to the body. Good uppercut there by Canelo. Ooh, both guys trade left hooks. Triple G getting a little bit at the better of it right there.
And the thing I like right now too is that regardless of what punch it may be it a jab, a left hook, an uppercut, or a straight, I still see Canelo working the body of GGG.
Yeah, I mean that is definitely a good right hand there by Canelo. That's definitely a goal of Canelo's to work the body. But it's not a Triple G. Like, I still see a head-hunting Triple G. And again, I think he may just be really concerned about the counters of Canelo. Because when you do go to the body, you open yourself up more. You just do. Especially that left hook to the body that Triple G is kind of known for. I can see Canelo catching him if he does that a lot.
Yeah, but it is leaving him a bit limited in what he is able to do. Like I said, for me, he's mostly been working that left hand, which is, keeping Canelo at a distance, but it's keeping Canelo at a distance that is in his favor as well.
About a minute left in the 7th round. More of a slower round by both men, I would say. I think Canelo getting a little bit the better of it. Again, Triple G on the back foot. Trying to box, and I'm going to sound like a broken record here, folks. I am. I'll be honest. It's every time you see Triple G try to get his offense going, Canelo counters him. lands a good shot to the body. Good left hook there up top by Canelo off the counter. And Triple G's on the back foot with his back along the ropes. Like, this is a very different fight than what we expected.
Yeah, and it's not to say that Triple G isn't having his moments.
No,
but,
or not trying. He is. But Canelo's doing a very good job of negating it.
And not only that, but being a little bit more varied in his approach to, be it coming forward or backwards, working the jab to the head, to the body, double jab, coming with left hooks. He hasn't really been wild.
Like, Triple G threw a 1-2 with the left hook behind it. All 3 shots missed. All 3 of those shots missed. Good jabs there by Triple G. Again, the jab is his most efficient punch, but it's a punch that's not going to win the fight.
No, and
not this time around.
Not this time around. Right now, the one who's having the success is Canelo. That round for me is a Canelo round right there.
Jay is saying in all caps, by the way. I have to say it's all caps. What happened to Mexican style? He's getting tired. Oh no. I agree. Triple G is getting a little bit tired. Abel Sanchez telling Triple G, you got to stay in the pocket, got to do it for the whole round. That's the right thing to tell Triple G. He cannot be fighting this fight anymore. Good uppercut there on the inside by Triple G. I gave that last round to Canelo, by the way. I felt that was obvious.
I already did that.
Yeah, I thought that was obvious. Eighth round has started. 2 minutes and 50 seconds if you guys want to sync up with us. Good jab by Canelo. Triple G being a little bit more active right now, I can tell. A little more urgency. Good left hook there by Canelo. But see, like Triple G landed some good shots right there. Kind of pressed him in the first opening seconds of the round. Canelo comes back with some good hard shots, and it sends Triple G back on a little bit of the defensive. I want to box with you mode. You know. Oh, good right hand there by Canelo.
Canelo's inside.
Ooh,
good straight right to the temple by Canelo.
Amazing shot. Triple G trying to exit very sloppily. Gets caught with the right hand. Gets caught with 2 more right hands right there.
This is a good performance by Canelo thus far.
Yes.
His head movement, his choice of punching, his choices when to come forward and
good right hand there
go
by
on the
Triple G.
outside have been really good tonight.
About a minute and 50 seconds left in the round.
And you almost basically see Canelo beating Golovkin to some of the punches too.
He is. He's beat him to the punch. I think he's landing the better punches. I think he may be landing the harder punches at this point. Like, we've not seen one punch from Triple G make Canelo back up and sort of make Canelo respect Triple G at this point. It is still Canelo walking down Triple G. This is something that nobody expected. Nobody expected Canelo to walk down Triple G.
No, and I mean it's a good fight, but you can see that the and I don't want to say that's the right word, urgency, but you definitely see that he's got more of initiative to do something. Canelo does.
Yeah. I mean, good right hand there by Canelo.
Short, quick, very nice.
I'm going to have a hard time, unless something drastically changes, seeing people score this for Triple G. I'm going to have a real hard time with that. Because the first fight, you could give the activity, Canelo on the back foot so much. This fight's different.
This fight is completely different. And really the one who's been lacking the activity this time around is Golovkin.
Oh no, that left hook partially blocked there. Good jab there by Canelo. 30 seconds left.
Golovkin's still working that left hand, trying to get his offense going, but not having much effect, being too far at range at some points. Canelo doing his best to come back with counters whenever he does see the opportunity open up for himself.
Again, I mean, it's one of those things where I see Triple G getting stuck almost, like, in his work. Like, he wants to complete, the equation, and he can't. He comes halfway short. He triples up the jab, and he tries to throw maybe a right hand after it, left hook after it, but it's missing. And I think Triple G is having an issue with that. Similar to, let's say, like, almost, this might sound weird, but like when Lomachenko makes guys miss so much and make them seem so outclassed, that discouragement factor. I almost see that in Triple G, like where he's discouraged right now.
He looks like right now. He looks like wow, this is not the same fight. This isn't the Canelo that I expected to see this time around. And really, most of us expected that the one who would be coming forward and putting the pressure would be Golovkin. So the fact that he's been more or less content to just stay at distance has been very interesting and very, very one of the stranger decisions to make, especially this late in the fight. Now we're entering the 9th round.
That round was obviously a Canelo round for me. I think we should still score it. God knows if there's some knockdowns that happen, and then
the scorecard completely gets wonky.
That
it can happen. It can happen.
I've seen that before. Canelo's daughter's passed out as fuck in the crowd. She's like, Daddy's got this, man. I'm good. 9th round has started. 2 minutes and 54 seconds. If you want to sync up. Ooh, good right hand there by Triple G. Both guys coming out a little more aggressive in this opening round. Being on the inside the pocket, throwing combinations, exchanging hooks. Good shot there to the body by Canelo. Again, the body work of Canelo, I think, is a key factor. And the fact that Triple G
has not implemented it almost at all in this. I mean, he has thrown some shots, but he hasn't been consistent with it. The way that, like right there, he just threw almost an overhand right to the body of Golovkin.
There was a right hook to the body there by Canelo while you were talking. That was pretty good as well. Right hand by Triple G. That was pretty good as well.
The consistency for Canelo has just been very, very, very superb tonight. He's not being afraid to stay inside and will try to work the inside game either. Like right now, I just see a very limited Golovkin.
Good jab by Canelo.
Trying to work that left hand, and it's not really doing much but to just simply like give him some kind of respite, and add that to just a few seconds respite.
Also, I see the same issue of when Triple G actually gets the real estate he wants. When he gets on the inside in the phone booth, he pushes Canelo away. He reestablishes that distance to give Canelo room to breathe and work his game. He's doing that same fatal mistake. Triple G just did not fix up at all his game, his style, his overall
thus far the one
technique into this matchup, the tactics involved, nothing.
The one that's made the better adjustments for this fight has been Canelo.
Big breath there by Triple G after he eats a left hook to the body by Canelo. Again, Triple G on the back foot, on his toes, man, trying to survive right now. Almost, it seems. This is good little left hook there by Triple G, but it just seems too little right now. God, good right hand there by Triple G. He's on his toe. He's trying to survive right now.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he's just trying to keep himself from.
His mouth is open. He's eating a huge right hand right there. He's eating shots right now. Triple G might be a little bit hurt to the body.
He looks weary. He looks very.
Another deep breath by Triple G. Good left hook there by Triple G, trying to stay in this fight. Can Canelo get a late fight stoppage?
I think he might be able to. His cardio so far seems to be top notch. I don't see him, minus that one round, really taking that many breaks. And really, the fact that Golovkin is pushing him out when they get in close is just basically helping Canelo at that point when he wants that distance.
Yo, he does not need the clenbuterol to push Triple G around. That is for damn sure, man.
Good little straight right by Golovkin as the round comes to an end.
Good round, obviously Canelo round. And you know what? Obviously, we're going to discuss this after the fight. We still have some more rounds to go. I don't want to count out Triple G. Again, call in. Immediate reaction right afterwards. I want to hear everything. Prospect, Red Rum, John Justice, everyone. Laura, who else? In the chat. Isaiah, Colin, Jay, Prodigy. Jay, you got to call in, Jay. Come on. You've been giving me so much shit for not being able to call in. You better call in, man. Catch a Liar. Some good names here. Aaron Munoz, one of our Patreon supporters. What's up, Aaron? Manuel, Coach Mitty, everyone, call in, man. 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. We're going to take, obviously, your opinions, your immediate reactions right after the fight. And if you are international, email me, mixedcombatradio@gmail.com. I can get you that international call-in link absolutely free. 10th round about to start, ladies and gentlemen. And can Triple G make the adjustments and figure out a way to win this fight? I don't know. 2 minutes, 50 seconds if you want to sync up with us. I expect Canelo to take this round off.
Wow. And Harold Lederman
Whoa.
actually has it 87-84 in favor of Golovkin. I guess Harold's showing his age at this point.
Harold Lederman, you should not be allowed on any boxing telecast in your life again. 87-84 for Triple G right now.
He's given
the last three rounds
consecutively in favor of Golovkin.
No, we gotta get you the fuck out of here, Harold Lederman. You're not allowed back in this world. Nah, you're not part of the culture anymore. I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of here. That is ridiculous. I'm gonna be upset people having it closer, but there should be no way Triple G is winning on your scorecard. And if there is, you're watching the wrong fight.
Yeah, even I have Canelo winning right now on my scorecard.
Wow. God, sorry that we haven't really been talking about the round so far, ladies and gentlemen, but that had to be addressed.
And it just goes back to what I said earlier on, too, that the scoring is going to be fascinating if this goes all 12 rounds, which Golovkin's still looking weary might just be the case.
Oh, good right hand there from
Golovkin.
Yeah. That's probably one of his better shots of the round.
Trying to come back with a little combination
with
here.
With a flurry, but Canelo doing a good job of slipping it all. Is Canelo hurt right here? Comes back with a good right hand there by Canelo. I don't know, but it definitely helped. Ooh, good combination on the inside. Double
uppercut to the head by Canelo.
Man.
Very nice, very pretty. Another one that actually does land on the top of the forehead by Canelo.
Another uppercut right there by Canelo. Triple G shaking his head. Good left hand to the body. God.
Very flush, very nice.
God, Canelo. That left hand to the body is a thing of beauty. He took Triple G's best punch and made it his own. Like, that needs to be addressed here, ladies and gentlemen. That was Triple G's signature punch for so long, was that left hand to the body. And Canelo has made it, perfected it, and made it his own to beat Triple G.
He has reestablished the Mexican jab to the Mexican hook to the body.
That's like beating Wolverine with adamantium claws. Like, that's an ultimate fuck you. Oh, man. 30 seconds left in the 10th round. Closer round, though, just because of the activity of Canelo. A little bit slower. They both traded left hooks right there. I might give Triple G this round, to be honest.
Yeah, Triple G
He's landing the better shots, more shots, too.
Triple G was a little bit more active this round. Canelo being a little bit more defensive. But good fight and very, very impressive performance by Canelo Alvarez.
Yes, we have 2 more rounds, too.
Oh, and his nose is bleeding. 10th round coming to the end as both men try to throw one last combination at each other.
I would say that's a pretty clear Triple G round.
Yeah.
Watch Harold Lederman give that to Canelo.
Oh, man. You know that's going to be funny. You know what? I'll even bet you $10 that he probably does say it.
He might. I've seen that happen before with Harold Lederman. He does weird shit, man. The fact that guy still has a job, man, is ridiculous. Red Rum saying Canelo took some punishment this round, or took more punishment this round. Definitely. I mean, that was an easy round for Triple G right there. Prospect saying 7-4 Triple G. I think you meant 7-4 Canelo. You gave that last round to Triple G. I understand what you meant, though. Prospect, it's okay. Again, call in 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. We will stay online live for as long as you guys call in after the fight. So if there's no callers, we're going to give our immediate reactions to the card, break it down a little bit, and head the fuck out of here. Because it's going to be an early night for us on the West Coast. Jay Project saying finally gets around. 11th round has started, 2 minutes and 53 seconds. If you want to sync up. Double jab, right hand by Triple G. Gets partially slipped by Canelo. Now Harold Lederman gave Golovkin that round. I really can't hear. It's like echoes of Jim Lampley and Max Elman. I'm wondering if they're towing the Harold Lederman line. I'm curious. Let me know in the chat if you guys are listening to the actual commentary team.
Yeah, because it's not. They don't always toe the line. Sometimes they question the decision. Case in point, the Steve Weisfeld card for Provodnikov Algieri.
First time we've seen Canelo on the ropes this entire round or entire fight. I should say. Canelo looks a little bit tired right here, actually. Might punch himself out. He has been highly active in this fight compared to the first one.
Yeah.
Good left hook there by Canelo.
9 to 10 rounds of good, solid work. I would be surprised if he were able to keep it that consistent for much longer at that point.
Especially against a guy like Triple G. Like, you're landing your best punches on this guy, and it's not doing anything to him. Good combinations there by Triple G as they exchange on the inside. Canelo eating some shots. Best work of Triple G this entire fight so far. Good right hand there from Canelo.
Both guys trading blows with one another.
I don't think Triple G has the cardio to really capitalize on moments like that. Because you saw how he was taking those deep breaths after he landed that flurry. I just don't think he has it in him. I think it's too late. I think, obviously, the energy was sapped out of him from the body work of Canelo. Triple G has not invested his own body work into Canelo in order to slow him down. I think we're going to get maybe, obviously, Canelo's a little bit more faded in these last couple rounds, last 4 minutes of the fight. But I think Triple G, even though he might win them, is not going to win the fight. I don't see it. Unless my scorecard's way off and I'm thinking about how many rounds I gave Triple G. How many rounds I give Triple G?
Thus far, I think you've only given Triple G like maybe 3-4 rounds.
Yeah, I may seem like such a hater. It's okay. People already think I'm a Triple G hater. Oh, good uppercut there by Canelo. 30 seconds left in the round. Oh, good left hook there by Triple G. Countering Canelo. Oh, good uppercut there by Canelo, though. 15 seconds left in the round. Ooh, left hook, right hand down the pipe by Canelo lands as the round is closing. Much closer round the way Canelo closed it out, but still Triple G round in my opinion. That's a pretty clear Triple G round. The prospect saying he has a 6'5", Canelo. It's close then. Prospect might give it a draw depending on how this last round is. I want to hear my scorecard. How many rounds have I given Triple G? There's a big cut over the left eye of Canelo. I'm surprised he's not bleeding more, to be honest. He's probably very lucky about that. Or his cutmen have been doing a fantastic job about, gauzing it up. Sort of trying to get, it to clot up too as well. Not clot, that's the wrong term. There's a term. Like the blood thickens.
What, clotting?
Is it clotting?
Well, it's technically, blood clotting, yeah.
I'm not a doctor. I'm just your favorite combat sports analyst, journalist. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe, patreon.com/Mixed Helmet Radio. Last and final round of the rematch. Canelo versus Triple G 2. Both guys touching gloves as they enter it. 2 minutes, 50 seconds of the last round if you want to sync up. Ooh, both guys landing hard combinations to start the fight. They know it. I think they know they have to win this round too. All right, Letterman gave Canelo the last round. I am so confused about Letterman's scorecard.
Well, don't forget that one guy has it 6'5", so, like I said.
That's true. You're right.
The scoring is going to be very fascinating depending on what exactly it is you're looking at.
I agree. You're right. Good right hand there by Canelo. Ooh. Canelo coming in with the mad flurry. That was some good work there. Oh, Canelo slipped.
The fatigue finally settling in on Canelo, but still working really well this last round.
Well, I like that there's a sense of urgency from Canelo a little bit more because I think Eddie Reynoso is probably a better cornerman telling him, hey, you got to win this round. We have no idea what these scorecards are going to be like. You got to go and win this. And he is. They're both going out here and trying to put on a fight and a show.
Nice little uppercut.
Oh, good combination on the inside by both men. Both guys going for broke in the last minute and a half of the fight. Both guys in the mid-range, exchanging combinations, rolling the shots. Canelo gained slightly the better of it and just doing more as well. Good uppercut there by Triple G off the right straight. Both guys throwing really hard hooks at each other. Canelo doing a good job of slipping and rolling with some of these, blocking with these, and vice versa. I think Triple G is doing a pretty good job blocking some of these shots as well.
Yeah. I'm very impressed with what Canelo has been able to show us in this fight. And, you can see both men trying to close out this round in fashion.
Triple G on the back foot, so interesting. Ooh,
good little left hook to the chin by
right
Canelo.
hook to the body, then a left hook up top by Canelo, lands flush.
45 seconds left to go in the 12th and final round.
Triple G on the back foot.
Another body shot by Canelo.
Canelo doing a fantastic job in this last and final round. Triple G now cut up and bleeding as well over the right eye. 20 seconds left. Both guys looking at each other, nodding, saying, "Let's do this. Let's fucking go." Triple G's tired though.
10 seconds left.
Oh, good combination there by Triple G. Both guys going for broke. Good uppercut there by Golovkin to finish the fight. I'm not going to say not as good as the first one. It's not. But that was a really good back and forth affair. I gave that round to Canelo.
You give that round to Canelo.
So,
I will total up the scores right now, and I'll let you know what our respective scorecards are.
And I'll talk about the fight. Obviously, I think this fight is scored for Canelo. I know that you can tap the scorecards, but I'm pretty sure I scored more rounds for Canelo. He clearly just made the better adjustments. He fine-tuned his game, fine-tuned the strategy to beat Triple G. Meanwhile, it wasn't the same vice versa. I didn't see Triple G really do anything different from the first fight to the second fight. I saw a lot of things that Canelo did differently. And that, to me, was the big part of this fight, the big key of this fight. The fact that Triple G allowed, again, I'd use that term specifically, allowed this fight to be in the mid-range. Hurt him. And I think Canelo celebrating on the ropes right now is indicative of that he won this. Even though Harold Lederman has it 116, 112 for Gennady Golovkin. He gave it 8-4 for Gennady Golovkin.
You have your scorecard set at 117, 111 Canelo. I have it the other way, 116, 112 Canelo.
So I have it 9-3?
9-3.
Wow, I give it pretty wide, actually. You obviously know how I feel about this fight.
Let us know what your scorecards are in the chat. I know some of you guys had it 6-5, so let us know who you felt edged out or if this fight ended in a draw for you.
The fight is finished. We are going to wait for the scorecards to be read. Please let us know in the chat or call in 323-870-4051. Press 1 again to queue. The number is right there below in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. If you need to see it, call in, press 1 to get in the queue. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear you guys' breakdowns. I want to hear you guys, the fans, break down this matchup, what you thought about it. The people that thought Triple G won and I'm an idiot, call in. Tell me I'm a fucking idiot. I want a debate. I want that smoke.
I want smoke.
Come on. If you're over here thinking that Canelo whooped Triple G's ass and showed that he's probably a level above, call in as well. I would love to have people agree with me. Why not? If you can't do that, hit the like button of the show, subscribe, and obviously patreon.com/Mixed Combat Radio. But yes, I'm actually really blown away by Canelo's performance here. I was blown away by the first fight, to be honest, too, because he showed the improvement with the footwork. And this was just another level above that. Because we always, in my opinion, question Canelo fighting on the front foot in these types of fights.
And while maybe not clear, considering the opponent, but I do feel that when it came down to it in the battle of adjustments, it's Canelo that slightly won out on this one. Mm-hmm. Because Golovkin, to me, for most of the fight, did stay monotone.
Hold on, scorecards. Well, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Ooh, I'm scared. Whoa, draw a scorecard by Glenn Feldman. Okay. Canelo Alvarez is the new WBC and WBA champion of the world, winning by majority decision. 2 scorecards at 115, 113, and obviously a scorecard of draw. Canelo is crying in the ring, obviously visibly emotional. Probably a lot of vindication on his side. For the amount of people that are counting him out for the computeral issue, the amount of just greasy shit that Abel Sanchez threw at the Canelo team and Canelo himself. You can tell this one means a lot to him. Obviously, a heartbreaking loss for Triple G. I know there's going to be people out there saying that Triple G was a hype job now. I know that. I guarantee you somebody in the chat's going to say that. Oh, Triple G wasn't all that shit. He got a lucky win over Jacobs, blah, blah, blah. He got pieced up by Brook, and he lost to Canelo. Well, I think that takes away from what this fight is, and I think that if you think that, you're flag waving. You're waving someone's banner. It may not be Canelo's banner, but you're definitely waving a banner that's not Triple G's and trying to pick sides. Triple G was a fantastic middleweight champion, a guy that might slip in the Hall of Fame. I don't know about that. This fight seemed crucial to that, but he's still such a respectable opponent. I don't want anyone doing that. No one should be calling in, shitting on Triple G, saying he was a HBO hype job. That is not the case.
No, these guys gave it their all, and we got ourselves an entertaining fight and a fight that, you know, at least for us, the right man won this time.
Yes. Yes. I see somebody in the chat saying robbery already. Call in 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. I want to hear your scorecard. I want to hear your breakdown of this matchup. Please. I'm curious. Showing the punch stats right now. I don't even need to see that shit. The CompuBox and all that shit, that doesn't matter. And if you're out there listening to that, don't listen to CompuBox. It's just as accurate and arbitrary as actually scoring the fight by its criteria that it's scored by. Somebody saying they had Triple G 7-5. Again, call in 323-870-4051. We have our first caller out from the 209 Stockton area. Shout out to Stockton. Shout out to the Diaz brothers. Just because of that.
You know, they're selling you all wolf tickets, people. You're eating them right up.
Yeah, never forget that. We're going to go to the 209. 209, first-time caller. Who is this? And obviously, I'm assuming you're from Stockton because of the 209. If you're not from Stockton, let me know where you're from. 209.
Yo, this is Matt.
What's up, Matt?
You won that shit.
Why do you think that?
Loud and clear, but it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm mad. I'm pissed off. I lost $2,000, but it is what it is.
I'll be honest. I understand why you're upset. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to really question that. Take some time, obviously.
2,000, bro.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, and I understand why you scored it for Triple G that way too, because you have $2,000 of bias right there. Take about a month or two, obviously, and then watch the fight again and call back in. I'm very curious, but other than being pissed off at losing your bet, did you enjoy the fight? Was it a fun fight? You know, what did you think of the pay-per-view card?
You guys did a pretty shitty job at commentating, but it's all good.
Thank you. Thank you. What's your name, Matt? Okay.
I'll be back. All right, I'll holler at you guys next week.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you. That was a pretty shit call. And if you scored it for... if you bet 2 G's on Triple G... Yo, yeah, dog.
You got to understand the anger at that point. I mean... you just lost a lot of money, man.
Yeah, that's $2,000 of bias right there. Let's hear a little bit of this Canelo post-fight interview. Again, call in 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. Stats aren't how you score boxing, gentlemen. Again, read the unified rules of boxing. Figure out how to score a fight. CompuBox is not how you score fights.
And you were landing vicious body punches. Maybe you would even knock him out. And right at the moment where it looked like he needed to come up with something,
Fernando saying, "Damn, I bet $3,000."
That is
you guys.
That's a wound that you're gonna feel for a while.
That cut over Canelo's eyes, insane. Wow. Again, call in 323-870-4051. Give your immediate reactions to the fight. Obviously, Canelo won via majority decision. 2 scorecards of 115, 112, and then a scorecard of 114, 114 with the draw. Canelo, in my opinion, won. And Santiago's opinion, he won. It seems like a majority of us out there are saying that Canelo won. It seems like there's a vocal minority that's saying Triple G was robbed.
And
I'm not surprised that there's that minority out there.
No, and we even had one of the people in the chat that had it 6-5 going into this fight. He could have easily had this fight a draw. We don't know, but it just goes to show you that the scoring was, as I said, fascinating to see. And kudos to Canelo. Really, he won the WBA, WBC, and Ring Middleweight Championship, and this is a type of indication for him. And it, for me at least, it showed that he improved on things that I had gripes with.
Let's briefly talk about the actual main card itself on the pay-per-view portion. Again, if you guys want to call in, 323-870-4051. You guys call in anytime.
Press
discuss
1.
It.
We'll stop right there and we'll take your opinion.
No big deal. People are saying that it's a robbery. Man, these fanboys are hurt. I'm sorry. I mean, the reasons you thought Triple G won the first fight, because I almost guarantee you everyone picking Triple G that won this fight thought he won the first fight, right? Like, we can assume that, right? That's a safe assumption.
I was one of them. I was one of them that thought that Golovkin won that first fight.
However, all of the tenets you used to defend why Triple G won the first fight was gone in this one. Was gone. The activity rate was way down. The efficiency rate was way down. He was not. Canelo wasn't running. All those narratives you have as to why Triple G won the first fight is gone in this rematch. Is gone. Who was the more effective puncher? It was Canelo.
Who was the more defensively responsible fighter? Canelo.
Canelo. Who had better ring generalship? Canelo. Who had better defense? Canelo. You go down every list of how to score a round. Again, not CompuBox. If you guys just say, well, he landed more punches, that has nothing to do with scoring a fight and scoring rounds. Nothing. Zero. Educate yourselves, motherfuckers. Come on, it's not that hard. I know there's a lot of casuals listening, but this is not hard stuff to understand. This is common knowledge. Okay? And on top of that, I mean, God, Canelo was landing hard shots. Just you take away all of your preconceived notions about fighting, even as a casual, it looked like one guy was beating up the other. It did. I didn't see Triple G beating up Canelo. Like, there may have been that optic in the first fight, but it was completely gone in this one. 567. I see you there. You haven't pressed 1, but I assume you want to call in. By the way, Soulfire, refs are not the ones scoring it. It's the judges, but it's okay. I know casual fans don't understand the distinction of that. 567. 567. Who is this first-time caller?
There may have been that optic in the first fight, but it was completely gone in this one.
567. 567. I'm going to come back to you, okay? Just turn down your radio, press 1 to get in the queue. Again, 567. I see you. Turn down the radio. We're going to come right back to you. Santiago, any last thoughts on the main event before we head to this caller and then to the undercard?
Last thoughts are, I thought, like I said, Canelo showed improvement. He won the battle of adjustments just slightly. And I don't know, like, the sky's the limit for him. He's only 28. He's the new middleweight champion. You've got Saunders and the winner of Jacobs, Dermot to look at this point, too. So it's going to be interesting to see where his career goes from here.
And then, obviously, people like Charlo in the mix as well. I wouldn't mind a third fight between these guys, to be honest. Like, that's a sellable fight. I would want these two guys to respectively go to different people at first. But, however, I would not mind a third fight between these two because it was close. It was competitive both times. There's arguments both ways.
Yeah, easily. From the first fight to the second fight, I would not mind a third one, especially because at this point it's 1-1. Who says that Golovkin doesn't want to try and even that out?
We're going to go to 567. 567. Who is this? Where are you calling from?
But, however, I would not mind that.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yes. 567. Can you turn down the radio in the back just a little bit and tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, I'm Angel from Detroit.
What's up, Angel? How you doing, man? What do you think about the fight?
I'm good, yeah. Man, I feel like I agree with you guys. On the first fight, Canelo was on the back foot. He was landing a more cleaner, effective shot. This fight, he was on the front foot, landing a more cleaner, effective shot. Triple G was gassing. I just thought it was a poor performance for Triple G. I feel like Canelo won. I had him winning by like 3-4 rounds.
Talking to the phone there, Angel.
Hello, yeah.
Yes.
I had Canelo winning 3-4 rounds. Last fight, he was on the back foot, landing some more cleaner, effective shots. This fight, he was on the front foot, landing the cleaner, effective shots. So, I mean, he just was more aggressive this fight, but still landing the bigger shots.
I completely agree with that. What do you want to see from Canelo next? And Triple G, who would you like to see him face next?
What I want to see is Triple G. He's not gonna fight none of them young lions at 168. I mean 160. I don't see it. 168. He maybe could get a big fight with the Gale or something. I don't know. I don't see Triple G having the confidence after losing that to go up against somebody like Charlo or somebody like Jacobs again, especially with the confidence Jacobs had from the first fight, how close it was. I mean, I could see him going and fighting somebody kind of washed up like the Gale. I can't see him fighting Benavidez. I can't see him moving up to 168 and fighting David Benavidez. But Canelo, WC mandatory is Charlo, and that will be a huge fight in Houston next year. His fight with Kirkland was huge in Texas, so him fighting Charlo in Houston would be huge.
That's true. Yeah, I agree. Thank you for the call, Angel. I definitely would love a Canelo Charlo fight. And plus, I mean, Canelo now a network free agent after this fight. I think it's something that we maybe are not mentioning yet in this broadcast or our telecast.
Yeah, both their guys, this was their last fight on their contract with HBO, and at this point, with the other markets having opened up, Fox, ESPN, the Zone, any one of them could easily land, if they have the rematch or their next fight.
Yeah, I mean, we could see a Fox pay-per-view of Canelo versus Charlo in Houston, like Angel said, and I think Texas is obviously the place to go for that matchup. If they don't put it in Texas, I'm really questioning the thought process behind Oscar and PBC, because it makes the most sense.
Yeah, I mean, just look at when he had the fight with Austin Trout at the Alamo Dome. That sold out. You don't think that if they were to put that there, that's not going to sell out? Maybe even get in some extra seats, standing room only? Oh, come on. That's the area to make that fight in. You got the Texas native. You got a guy who is basically in Chavez country and Mexican. It's win-win.
Yes. Let's go to the undercard itself. Jaime Munguia versus Brandon Cook. Just a drumming. I mean, Jaime Munguia just outclassed him. This was easily a mismatch, not only on paper, but what it ended up being. How meteoric of a rise is Jaime Munguia right now? It seems like Golden Boy realizes that's their next big ticket. And they're putting a lot behind him.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, you couldn't put much into his stock when it was against Saddam Ali because, I mean, he was a welterweight fighting a junior middleweight. But, our eyes opened a little bit when we saw his performance against Liam Smith. And not to say that Brandon Cook was meant to be at this caliber because really he looked completely outclassed. But it's showing that he's working on things.
Yes.
And that
I saw improvements in this fight.
Yeah, improvements.
More composure as well.
I think he has a high ceiling. I think that he has more room to improve, more room to become a better fighter. Your takes on that?
Well, I can't wait because it's when we had like Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade at 154, we always knew that was a fight that's probably going to happen more at 160. Like we knew eventually those guys were going to move up. Same with, let's say, a Jamal Charlo, Jarrett Hurd. We think they're going to move up eventually. They might fight at 154 first. But Jarrett Hurd said that he would fight Jamal Charlo, then move up to 160, right? Jaime Munguia is one of those people. Like he came in weighing 175 for a 154-pound scheduled fight.
It was basically a light heavyweight.
Yeah, he was a light heavyweight. He was. I can see a lot of these guys who talk about 154 being at 160. And think about it. In probably about a year or two, 160, even though we're probably going to lose guys like Triple G, like they're going to continue to fall off probably. We're going to have Canelo, Charlo, Andrade, Billy Joe Saunders, Jaime Munguia, Jarrett Hurd, Jamel Charlo. That's a very deep, loaded division that any of the matchups I'm hyped for. And maybe Munguia doesn't beat those guys, but he gives them all fun fights and tough fights. He does. Like imagine a 160-pound fight between Jarrett Hurd and Jaime Munguia. Tell me that's not mouth-watering.
Yeah, I'm already thinking about it just because of the style that Hurd tends to come in with for some of his fights. It's a match. It's a match to make, really. You cannot get not hyped for that.
Agreed. Any last thoughts on Munguia before we move on?
No, that's pretty much it. Now moving on to David Lemieux versus Spike O'Sullivan, ended in the first round with a thudding left hook that landed on the face of Spike O'Sullivan, putting him out for the count. And
that was brutal. That was it sounded like he got shot. Like we hear that like a lot. Like we see that quite often now in fights. the live sound of it without the commentators, right, where you can really hear the thud of it. That's one of those that sound like a fucking gunshot, like a sniper in there that got him. Left hook, mid punch, obviously, of Spike O'Sullivan. Fantastic work. But we have to hold off because we do have a legend calling in. Do you know who that is? That's Mr. JP from Long Beach. JP,
yo,
I'm sorry I do not have your intro from TPV because that is a fantastic intro. But
JP's got one of the dopest intros.
Yes. JP out of Long Beach. How you doing, man?
What's up, dude?
Well. What up, family? What's up with y'all, man? This is my first time being able to call in, and it's an honor.
Debut. Thank you. JP, please tell me you're on the side of reason and logic and you see that Canelo won this fight.
No, I scored the fight. I have my scorecard, and, man, I actually scored the fight 9-3, Golovkin.
JP.
And I do have my round by round. I have my round by round scorecard.
Oh, JP, you're on some good stress, man. I need to hit up your guy. Obviously, I'm not hitting the right stuff. Give me your round by round scorecard. Give me your breakdown of it. I need to hear it because 9-3 is wide. That is wide for Triple G.
Hold on, just a second.
Because I have it the exact opposite. I have it 9-3 for Canelo. Think about that. Think about how diametrically different our scorecards are.
So, first of all, you got to tell me how you have it 9-3. What premise is your scoring based on Canelo winning those rounds? Because I can tell you that it's not about landing more punches.
No.
It's not about dictating pace.
It is. Whoa. It is. Canelo dictated the pace.
No, you can't dictate pace just because you come forward. You actually have to be landing the punches, doing the damage.
Canelo was landing punches and doing damage.
Landed 2 significant punches per round.
That's not true. You are discounting all the body work of Canelo, all of it. Then
he threw 46. What was the number? 60. Lampley said at the end.
Yo, stop bringing up CompuBox numbers. Stop bringing up CompuBox numbers. You're smarter than that, JP. You are smarter than that. You know that.
I didn't see a lot of body work. I didn't see tons of body shots. You must have seen something.
No. I saw zero. I saw zero body work from Triple G and a lot from Canelo.
Yeah.
And also again, obviously we should all watch this fight again. And also to add to it, your point about you can't dictate the pace coming forward. When you're facing a guy like Triple G, who is known for coming forward, whose entire style is predicated off of being the come forward guy, you are controlling the pace. You are controlling the tone by making him uncomfortable. Canelo made Triple G uncomfortable the entire fight.
Did Triple G ever look uncomfortable?
Yes.
Did Triple G ever look uncomfortable? No, he didn't.
Yo.
And I believe Triple G
you didn't see the times.
Said, "Oh, Canelo, you want to come forward?"
You did not see the times when
this jab all night.
You didn't see the times when Canelo got Triple G to the body and Triple G was breathing for his life, trying to survive. Really?
I think a lot of that stuff is hyperbolic.
No.
All this breathing for his life and
no, it's not.
Dude, I don't think Canelo ever hurt him, got close to hurting him. Canelo was hurt, clearly hurt.
I disagree with that.
Definitely from rounds 8 to 12, man, Canelo barely made it. The coach had to tell him, dude, 6 minutes
Canelo
left.
won the last round.
The end.
He won the last round. Canelo won the last round.
Off of what? Off of what?
Landing better shots, more shots. He was more effective in there, both defensively and offensively. Come on, JP.
No, I think Canelo landed maybe 2 clean punches each round, and people just get enamored. Oh, the jabs. And look, man, if a jab wins a fight, look, if we're not talking about in the context of boxing, if we're talking about just fighting, which this is a fight. If I fucking jab you, it counts. Okay, if I jab you and you don't do shit, I hurt you.
You can't. So a jab and a right hook are not equal. They're not equal punches.
So what's the equivalency then?
There's not a direct equation from a jab to a hard punch. There's not. It's how you personally feel. That's why it's subjective.
Go ahead.
I said that's why it's subjective.
I'm just saying, dude. I don't see. There is no way in the world that you give Canelo 9 rounds. There's no way.
There's no way you
absurd,
give
man.
Triple G 9
It's
rounds.
absurd.
I can say that. It's absurd to give Triple G 9 rounds. I have people in the chat saying that you didn't even watch the fight. Hold on, JP. I have people in the chat saying, JP, hold on. I have people in the chat saying you didn't even watch the fight. You're trolling. That's how absurd you sound.
Matt, for you to, if you must haven't been on Twitter, but for you to say 9 rounds to 3 for Canelo, that's like fucking like you're blind, literally.
Again,
Like
I would say for you to watch the fight again because you're discounting every body shot from Canelo. You're saying that he didn't even land effective shots, and again, he landed the better, more effective shots. Triple G only landed a jab throughout. What are you talking about? And he did not lead to anything else. It did not lead. It didn't lead to him making Canelo go to the back of the ropes. Instead, he backed up and tried to survive for 12 rounds. What are you talking about? He tried to keep Canelo off of him.
Who survived? Was Canelo obviously not hurt in the 11th round? Obviously.
Was Triple G not obviously hurt to the body? He was. But you don't see that because you're blind.
When?
Was it the 7th round?
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing too, JP, is that it's not just about landing cleaning, but also being effective with it. If you're landing and you're blocking the punches, but you're not getting your own offense off, that's still you winning the fight on effective aggression. You can't just discount it because he's not landing the more punches.
So if we want to disregard, we can't use number of punches landed, but then disregard CompuBox. So let's use some CompuBox. There's no metric that's going to show Canelo landing
JP, you know what
more
CompuBox is?
Even power punching, he didn't beat him out in power punches either.
But you know what he did beat him out? You know what he did beat him out in? Efficiency.
What?
Efficiency. That's what he beat him out in.
Efficient. So, but if you take efficiency, has to be graded upon the guidelines of work. So if
Canelo worked
5 shots and I land 2, if I throw 5 shots and I land 2, yeah, that's really efficient. But if the other guy throws 100 and he lands 30, it might not be quite as efficient. But it's more quantity.
JP, let's use CompuBox numbers because you want to be that numbers guy. Triple G landed 40. Hold on, let me finish my point. Triple G landed 40 more punches total out of 12 rounds. You know how many punches per round more that is? It's about 2 or 3 more punches. That's it. You know what those are? Those are those meaningless jabs as rangefinders. That's what that increased number is. But instead, he threw 200 more punches than Canelo. 200 more punches, but only landed 40 more? Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. You can't count CompuBox. You can't use that. It's bullshit. And you're smarter than that, man. Come on.
Here's what it's not about being smart, Matt, because this is not you being smarter than me because you understand.
No. It's not about that.
When I picked this fight, I said Canelo won't be able to work at the rate Gennady will. And that was a clear indication. He could not work. He can't outwork him. It was the same thing in the first fight.
But he can outbox him.
He cannot outwork the man.
So
he can.
So he can outland.
Look, if he wants to do this in the style of a Floyd Mayweather didn't get tagged up all night and do this shit because Mayweather's thing was I'm going to land the more effective punches. But I can't get tagged up all night at the same time doing that.
You need to watch the fight again, JP. You need to watch the fight again, JP.
No, you do.
No, JP.
9-3. You tripping.
Again, JP, you are tripping. We're going to move on to some other callers. Because, again, you're discounting everything from Canelo. Everything. And you want to count these range-finding jabs like that's the end-all, be-all. And then equate that to the hard body work of Canelo. Stop, man. Stop. I can't deal with this. We're going to move on to Gary from Dallas. Because, again, your entire argument was he outlanded him. He outworked him. That means nothing. Those are not boxing. Those are not criteria to score a round. That's not effective punching. That's not effective aggressiveness. That's not ring control. That's not ring generalship. Those are none of those factors here. Those are not defense. Look at the unified rules of boxing, JP. It's not who outworked who. It's not who outlanded who. It's not those factors. Gary from Dallas. How you doing, man?
I don't think either one of you are crazy. I had it 6-6. Mm-hmm. I could see it going either way. Like, you had it 9-3 for Canelo. I'm totally fine with that. 9-3 for G. I could see 8-4 for Triple G. 9-3 is a reach.
I don't have...
But 8-4 for Triple G? I can see that.
Gary,
like,
very quickly, I don't have an issue with JP scoring it for Triple G. I have an issue with his complete disregard of what Canelo did. That's what I have an issue with.
I thought Canelo did great body work in the first 6 or 7 rounds, and then in the closing round,
I have to agree with him. I didn't see Canelo, and that's why I scored most of the later rounds for Triple G. Like, the first 3 rounds were toss-ups. The 12th round was a toss-up. That's just 4 toss-up rounds off the top of my head. Like, I really had no idea. I had it even. I'm glad the judges picked the winner. I really am. But, like, when you look at the totality of it, yeah, it looks like Canelo won. But you don't score it like that. You score it round by round. And there were so many close rounds. Like, I just gave you 4 rounds at the top of my head that could have gone either way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think either one of you are wrong having it wide. Like 9-3, like I scored 3 rounds for Triple G. I clearly could have flipped and gave it to Canelo, and I could be right there with you. That's how many close rounds there were. So, I mean, I guess it comes down to what is like more the work rate of Triple G, or the body shots and the bigger shots by Canelo. There's really no wrong answer. I mean, if you put 3 different judges in there, 3 different good judges, you could get totally different scores.
Good point, yeah. Gary?
Also, do you want to see... Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Keep going.
Do you want to see a third fight, or would you rather see Canelo fight Jacobs or Charlo or something like that?
I want something else right now. I'll be honest. I'm a little burnt out by Canelo Triple G and its promo and its marketing. I'm okay. I definitely want it to happen again, though. Like I hope that's clear. Like I definitely want this fight to run it back again, because I feel like it's obviously still not clear. Like there's still there's not a consensus. It seems like we're having a lot more people in the chat right now. A lot more people, picking Triple G in the chat. It clearly isn't a consensus.
Yeah, not only that, Gary, you basically proved our point, too, that the scoring was going to be fascinating regardless. I mean, you basically had it in line with one of the judges who also scored at 114-114.
Well, like Gary said, like I had it 9-3, JP had it 9-3 the other way, and we have Gary in the middle. It's going to be all over the place, especially like Gary said, those first 3 rounds were toss-ups. That 12th round is a toss-up. There's a couple other rounds that were very close. Like Gary's right. Like there's a lot of tight, close rounds that are toss-ups, and depending what you value, it's gonna completely swing your scorecard one way or the other. Gary.
Yeah, I'm here. I mean, that's all I had. I had it even. I'm just glad that the judges picked the winner, because I could see it being a draw, but I wanted it to be a winner. And I thought, like I said, if you look at it as one big pie, I thought Canelo's pie was better, but that's not how. Yeah. I'm glad that, if someone won that fight, even though I had it as draw, I thought it was Canelo. But you could make a good case for either one.
Agreed. Thank you for the call, Gary. Obviously, we'll be back tomorrow. Oh, not that soundbite. Boom, there we go. Be back tomorrow. Patreon only show. Championship rounds. Like I said, patreon.com/Mixed Combat Radio. I'll be back on Monday, as usual, our Monday through Friday show live on this same channel. So if you're listening right now and you want us to talk about this again, you want to call in again, whatever it is, we'll be back. We're going to be right back on Monday through Friday, every day, live on YouTube, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. in the UK, podcast forum, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, etc. I am Matt, the Hipster Hunter. You can find me at Matt Hunter, MCR, all platforms. Hipsters here, Hayes, beware, Santiago. Final thoughts, everything. Let's hear outro.
No, I mean, we've pretty much heard both sides of this conversation at this point, and I am looking forward to seeing something different now that we do have a winners. Seeing where Canelo goes on, because really his middleweight run right now has strictly been Golovkin, so it'll be interesting to see.
It's just started,
so it'll be interesting who he goes after next.
Yep, completely agree. Like I said, be back obviously on Monday. Hit the like button, share the show on the way out, subscribe, and obviously go over to Patreon. It always helps. If you can't do that, obviously, and you listen on podcasts, drop that review. Always helpful to spread exposure for the podcast. We do have a caller trying to come in at the last minute. I'm feeling generous. It might be a prank caller because we've had a couple of those earlier today. But I'm going to go to 405 because I feel very, very nice today. And plus, it was a good fight. Even though me and JP greatly disagreed and we're going to have a debate, I can't wait for us to actually hang out together and have that debate live in person. But I want to hear more opinions about it. I really do. So 4 or 5. Who is this? Where are you calling from? I hate when they do that. 4 or 5. I'm going to go back to you. Don't worry. I'm doing this for you. Turn down the radio in the back. You obviously are listening to me through the phone. You can do that. It's okay. Wait a couple seconds, you know. How you doing, Santiago? You enjoy the fights? Yeah, okay. Now we're going to 4 or 5. 4 or 5.
But I want to hear more opinions about it.
Nope, never mind. Sorry, 4 or 5. Have a good night, everyone. Peace. Anything else we need to say? I think that's about it.
Yeah, we pretty much talked about it. I mean, not much else to say unless you want to talk about...
Lastly, because we didn't talk about Roman Gonzalez.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up.
Roman Gonzalez had a great knockout. Not a return to form, but he's back in a sense. I'm glad he's here. I think, obviously, the prime of Roman Gonzalez is gone. That run he was on is ended from Rungs VI. But he still is a fun fighter. Like, I still want to see him against, like, Ancajas and other guys of that nature. Those are still fun fights that I want to see. I want to see how they transpire. Any thoughts on the Roman Gonzalez fight as we head out?
He looked a bit wear. Like, I could see the wear on him just when they were doing the final instructions. But he looked okay, and really at this point, I think it's just a matter of closing out his career over anything else.
Agreed. That's about it, though. I hope everyone has a great night. Again, share the show, subscribe, hit the like button on the way out. Peace.